Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 8 in my Climbing to 1700 series on Chess.com Rapid. Currently, we have a record of 5 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss, and today is a pretty special episode because I will be playing on the new Chessnut Air board I got. This is a board that can connect to Chess.com, and I made a video on it, and it's a really neat board, and I'm excited to play my first Rapid game on it. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so I will be attaching a screen onto the board of an online board to help visualize the game a little better as we're waiting for our opponent to hop in. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll start with the white pieces. I will go pawn to e4. And our opponent goes with the Sicilian with c5. And how this works is it plugs in directly to chess.com, like I just said. And I don't know if you can see in the light, but there's green dots that light up that shows where the opponent moves. Anyways, I'll play a3, the main greeny variation. I absolutely love playing this. It's a great and super tricky opening, especially if they go knight to c6 and they look to take our b4 pawn when we go for this push. Okay. So, or we could see them decline with a move like e6, but no, he goes knight to c6. All right, now we'll go b4. And we're looking for him to take our b pawn. That's what we're looking for him to do, because now we can capture back, and we do end up losing a pawn because the knight will take, but then we can go c3 when all these pawns are traded off, and when the knight is on b4, we can go c3, kick the knight back to c6, and then go d4 and get a really good center, and the game is super tricky. It also is kind of hard to show the game without arrows, but no, it's still pretty cool. Okay, so he takes. I can still do arrows. Yeah. So we'll capture back. Because yeah, I can do arrows. I just have to move over to the computer real quick. Okay, so he goes d6. I don't think I've ever seen that move at all. That is really odd. Typically, I mean, they almost always just capture on b4, but I think I can just push up to b5 now. Yeah. Yeah. So he goes there. And now I think we can just play c3, kicking around the knight even more. He cannot take our b5 pawn because it's defended by the bishop. So he drops back to e6. And now the knight is blocking off his e-pawn and his light-squared bishop. So that's pretty bad. And now we can just get a nice d4 push-in. So, I mean, he's already paid for the fact that he didn't accept, because now we just have a very good center, and his development's very cramped. Alright, so I'll just get my knight out, of course, simple developing moves. Bishop to b7, I'm sure, will be played. Fianchettoing on the long diagonal. He gets his knight out first. Okay, so we could always push d5. Or, I mean, we also could just get our knight out. That's probably the smart play. I'll just develop bishop to d3, defending the e4 pawn because it was actively hanging because of the knight. And, I mean, yeah, we just have a very good center. Okay, so bishop to b7. I mean, I like the idea of just pushing now. The only issue is it does he can play knight to c5 after we push and then hit our bishop. It's kind of annoying. So c4 looks pretty good. But we have to do something. Our e-pawn is hanging. How do we want to defend? Queen to c2 looks pretty good. Just ganging up and defending this pawn with the bishop and queen. And there's also some nice ideas. If we ever push this e pawn, this can open up and target the h pawn. But I mean, he pushes and stops that. So I suppose, I mean, again, c4 looks really good. Also, he cannot go to c5. I don't know why I thought that, because the pawn is covering it. But yeah, that looks pretty good. We also could just castle. No, I'm going to push. Why not? I mean, yeah, look at this ginormous center we have. We have about 7 minutes. I'm kind of forgetting to look at the clock. But yeah, I mean, this is really good. I mean, we have a tremendous center. Okay, so Fianchetto's the bishop. And I could push d5. Yeah, and then he has to go to c7. That does open up the long diagonal, so I don't know if I want to do that. I'll just Fianchetto my bishop this way. Also defending the d4 pawn better. I don't know. I don't like any of the squares for my bishop going this way. So he castles. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so we push. He goes back. If we push e5, let me see. I'm just trying to think. I'll just castle. Yeah. Whenever in doubt, just castle. It's kind of a nice little thing to know. You almost can never go wrong with castling, just getting your king safe and out of danger. Okay, so where do we want to place this knight? I like d2. Okay, so knight here. We can do attack or bishop. I mean, I don't really see a big problem if he takes our bishop. I mean, our bishop's forced to be traded off. So, yeah, I don't know. We have to do something, because if he takes our bishop, he can capture the e-pawn. So we could push up to d5. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'll just let him take her bishop. But I'm closing down on the center, and I'm expanding even more. So, also 10-5 might not be the best time control for this, because it does take a second to move your opponent's pieces. So, yeah, I don't know if 10-5 was the best time control, but, I mean, maybe I'll just do 15-10, but I'd recommend you play with at least 10 minutes, because, you want to make sure that you give yourself enough time, because, I mean, moving your opponent's pieces does take off a few seconds for you each move. Okay, so we can get our knight out to d2, or, I mean, we could go so he captures, or we could go c3. Okay, I'll take back with the queen. If he tries to sack with, like, knight to e4, looking to open up and capture here, we can just take the bishop that way and then capture the knight. So that is losing, because we just play patiently and capture the bishop rather than kind of impulsively just capturing the knight. Also, if I get below 2 minutes, I'm just going to switch over to online, because I don't want to be playing... I don't want to be moving my opponent's pieces in a time scramble. Okay, so he goes queen to c7. All right. So I'll just go... yeah, I'll just go knight to d2. It also defends the e and c pawn pretty well, because he's probably going to... Yeah. move the rook over and look to go for like this. Alright, so I like the idea of pushing quite a bit, but I'm going to get my rook over here to just, again, defend this pawn better. I don't want it. Losing it would be terrible because it would severely weaken the b pawn. So I don't think he really has a good way to get to it anytime soon. But I also do like maybe going... So he drops the knight back. I also do like the idea of maybe going like knight to b3 to stop the knight from ever coming in. So he captures. I guess I'll just trade off. He'll probably capture back. I can pretty much pre-move that. Yep. So now I'm just going to go, I guess, knight to b3, adding some tension on the c5 square because he's going to hop the knight in. That's almost a guarantee. That's what he's looking to do. We have queen to d4 checks. That looks pretty good. Knight can come into g5, just applying good pressure. Knight to g5, then moving the queen in is actually probably the way. That looks really good. Yeah. Because his king is kind of stranded right now. All of his pieces, literally every single minor and major piece is on the queen side. So we can take advantage of that and form a quick kingside attack. So he goes... Okay, so he goes f6. Looking to stop that. We may have waited a little too long. We maybe should have played that earlier. Alright. I mean, this is a super solid position, but I think I'm gonna go knight to d4. And the reason why is because now we're looking to get into e6, which would be a fork. Also, like, knight to c6 looks pretty strong. Just that's a very good square. If he takes with the bishop, we can gain a pass pawn. Alright, so he goes there. I mean, it's kind of passive, so that's good for us. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if we can get, like, a knight in. How can we get this knight in the action? That's my question. I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. We could... If we go here, takes, that just gives us bad doubled pawns for not really any reason. Maybe we can start with a move like... Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This knight is perfectly placed. I just am not certain where to put my other pieces. I could try and... I mean, an e5 push looks very good. E5 push looks very strong. I'm just going to start off with rook e1. You know, maybe we can go like knight to d2 and look for like an f4 push. So he goes there. We could take en passant. I don't know if I really want to because now his rook can just get into the game or his bishop. So I don't think that pass pawn is really a threat at the moment. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to play knight to, I think, d2. That looks pretty good. Just supporting more and getting ready for an f4 push. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried about this pawn. It's only supported by a rook, and he just doesn't have the stuff right now. I do think my pieces are way better than his. My queen is better, I would say. His bishop is terrible. His bishop is completely boxed in. His knight is bad, too. His knight is boxed in because... His knight, okay, he goes there. I mean, that boxes his knight in even more. So, it's not too great for him. So, I guess I'll just go, like... I mean, f4 looks good. Just, like, maybe we can set up e5. Because if we push take, we can get a rook into the game. And I feel like that can get ugly very quick for black. Because his king is much more exposed than mine. Well, not right now, but I think in the foreseeable future it will be. And the thing is, my pieces are much more active than his. So, I can create much more attacking opportunity than his. Like, this rook is stuck, this bishop is stuck, this knight is stuck, this queen isn't really doing anything, and I mean, his best piece on the board right now is just probably this rook. It's pretty bad, but it's at least creating, like, I don't know, like some pressure here, so he goes for that. So if we take en passant, he can just capture back with the knight. If we take back, he'll take, and now this pawn is pretty weak. So that's pretty good. Okay, that pawn is really weak if we do go for that. See, en passant, knight takes, we take back, queen takes, and now what? Maybe, or, I don't, this is tricky. If we take with the pawn, he'll probably capture back with the, no, let's go en passant. Yeah. Let's do that. Wait, hold on. Did I do it wrong? Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait, hold on a second. There we go. Okay, I've never done en passant on this, so he takes back. Now, I mean, I know I'm giving away my best piece right now, like my best place piece, but I don't know. I just think that pawn's going to be really bad for him. So he takes back. Okay, I'm getting low on time, so I'm about to switch over. Okay, so I'll just go, I think knight to b3 is the way. Looking to get into d4. And just be an annoying presence on the board. And I can look to bring a rook into, I guess, like d1. Okay, so I think I'm going to switch over to online now because I'm just getting low on time. So I will display the full screen of the computer once I have it. All right, should be good now. All right, there we go. Okay, so rook to d8. Okay, so knight to d4. That immediately looks pretty good. We could play that. Or we could just go rook to d1. I'm going to start off with knight to d4. Yeah, that looks pretty strong. Okay, queen to g4. Now I think I can just push this pawn up, defending this pawn. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now we're threatening like various, oh, he couldn't have even taken because we would have had this family, royal fork. Wow, that would have been nice. Okay, so, maybe if we can, I don't know, if we can somehow get him to that square, that would be really good. I'm just thinking, how can we get him off this diagonal? Okay, so if we push, take. Yeah, that wouldn't be too great. I guess maybe rook to d1. No, I'll go queen to e3. Look to set up a push here. And then we can give out checks and stuff, and that'd be pretty good. We do have to be careful about this bishop opening up and like the queen coming in. That can be dangerous very quick. He has a very weak pawn. This pawn's pretty weak. Okay, so he sees that. Oh, we almost have that. I'm going to go here. And just try to set it up. Now I'm just looking to set this up. If he takes with the pawn, we can give out this check. If he goes like rook here, maybe we can just take back and then, I don't know. Maybe we can go like knight here. But then he's double attacking this pawn, and that's kind of dangerous. So I'll just go here now. Oh, no, wait, we can still give out that check, right? That doesn't lead anywhere. That's the issue. So I'll just go... I'll go here and look to get this pawn. And just get my queen out of the way. I mean, this pawn's defended well. A g5 push is kind of looking scary. But, yeah, that's looking kind of bad for us. But then if he goes there, we can take... He has that move. Check. That wins for us. Okay. If he pushes, we take. If he takes, we can check here. If he takes... That's tricky. That's really tricky. Yeah, I'm not too... Okay, this is a very, very tough position. Very tough position. I mean, it's tough for both sides. I mean, I have a good attack, he has a good attack. So, kind of just comes down to time, which he has the favor in, the advantage. And then it also will come down to... Okay, so he checks. Doesn't that blunder? Yeah, that blunders the fork. Something tells me he planned that, and I'm not too sure if I like that. Now this bishop is really bad, so that's great. And now we have a passed pawn, and if he goes here, we can take this pawn, and this is super well defended. So he goes for that. I'll just go here. Look to gang up on this pawn. I know we do hang this, but now we can at least capture this. Oh boy, this is crazy. Okay, so we are winning, but it's very tightly. It's pretty close. Like, it's still really gonna be a tricky game to win. Okay, so we can do that. Oh no, I missed that. So shoot. Wow, that stinks. That blows. Wow, darn, dude. Yeah, that sucks. Well, yeah. Okay, well, it's not over yet, but darn time, I tell you, darn time. That really, really killed us in the end. Alright, so I'm just going to try and keep my queen as active as possible. I obviously do not want to trade. Maybe if his queen moves, we can get like a check here. And try and force either some sort of repetition or win the bishop. That would be excellent. Only if the queen moves, though. I could see him playing like... No, he goes for that. I guess I'll just go up. I mean, I can't really do too much here. Again, just keep my queen active as possible. I'll go here. We do hang that. I don't think it's too big of a deal at this point in the game. He does have this push, but then we can push. And then... No, we can't push because of the pin. Shoot, that's bad. That's really bad. So he goes there. I'm just going to set up maybe rook to d... 1. Oh, that's going to be under attack. Well, let's just let it hang for now. Okay. Checks. I'll just go here. All right. This is... If he takes, we can check here. And then he can come here, and then we can check there and evade the check. And then we can take the knight. The bishop, I mean, excuse me. And now that would be an equal game. If we can somehow scrape out a draw, that would be amazing. There's a pretty low chance that it's going to happen, but, you know, the chance is always there. I'll just run a check. Oh, he can block. I didn't see that. Check. Probably will block with the pawn. I'll just check here. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks really bad. I think we're getting mated. Yeah, we are. Like, bishop to d3 is going to end up being mate. I'll let him play it out. That'll be a nice mate. He goes for that. Yeah. I'll just go here. Yeah, that's checkmate. Well, tough game. Since we didn't win that, but I mean, that was fun. That was really interesting to play. And I'll hop into review super quick. But no, that was really interesting. And hopefully we can get the win next time. But right off the opening, we're up 1.2 because he didn't know how to play against it. I mean, no one does. And I mean, we just have a tremendous center. That was a blunder. I guess knight to f3, f4, and then I don't know, some sort of tactic, and then he gets that. Okay. That makes sense. I'm not too experienced with the Mangarini though when they decide not to like accept fully. So it's kind of annoying. Yeah, why didn't we move this knight in? Because this knight was bad the whole game. Yeah, I really don't know why we didn't do that. But push, en passant was a mistake. An inaccuracy, I mean. So they want that, because if we take, we might want to take with the other pawn. But, I mean, yeah, that's just a really good pawn. That unfortunately did not happen. So, yeah. I mean, we're still winning here. It's just time was not on our side because I'm slow. But yeah, knight to d4, queen to g4. This was a miss. They wanted that, because then I guess if we take back, we can go with the knight and then win this pawn. Or something like that. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't even see any of these lines. Like, not at all. Okay, so queen to h3, f5. Ooh, that was a great move. Okay. So we're up 3.1 here. Yeah, we were completely winning. But we ended up giving away this pawn. I'm going to guess that, I don't know, like, was rook here a fine move? Then we give away this. What, do we just, like, get our king in? No. Yeah, how do we... I'm curious, how do we manage to defend? Like, do we just... I bet we just play, like, a waiting move, like, something like g4. I mean, that's another mistake. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I can't, for some reason, see what the move they want, because I don't have, like, the full game analysis. But, yeah, I completely missed this idea. And then won the rook. I was hoping that maybe he would, like, going back here. I thought maybe if he would take with the rook, like, going back here, we could check here, and then I thought if he came down, we could go here, and then, I don't know, like, win some way like that.